have to introduce yourself. How you got into சரி ரொம்ப ரொம்ப சதமாக வச்சா என் தொண்டை கிழிச்சிடும் குரலே எப்போது சத்தமாக தான் when I read the post I'll read out. Yeah, you just a kind of introduction. No, you don't have to stand. Be formal. Just he stood because he wanted to stand. I mean, he's an outstanding person.
Okay, my name is Kamesh. I'm from Neyveli. My school days were all in Neyveli. My sister Aruna recently participated in that program. So she mentioned there in the program about me also in that program. My brother Raja sir, introduction அப்படினா அவனுக்கு 80 long before 80s. I think that was the first time we got introduced. But very crazily, I'm trained in Mridangam, I'm trained in music. But you'll be very surprised. The nuances of his music was introduced to me by my Bengali friend, Ranjan Bishwas. He's a very trained Western classical musician. So we were now a very active member of the music club, and I used to play the drums and keyboards and sing and all that. He told me that, who's this composer? Do you know the nuances of this? And taught me the technicality of some of this. There's something which is very, very unique in this kind of music. I was very fortunate to come face to face with Raja sir on March 13th this year. It's quite unexpected. I was there in the lobby in the lounge in the international airport. Suddenly some figure just goes past like this, quite innocuous. Raja. Of course, inside the men's room, you can't keep going and telling him, But the thing is, he was absolutely quiet for about 5 minutes. He was just standing there, just quiet, and just looked at me and then smiled. And just, I mean, the kind of energy, you could really feel it, of course. This 20th, I don't know how many of you had attended the program. You had? So I was fortunate to go there, and I also participated in another program. Many of you know, remember Ennodu Paattu Paadungal, the SPB's program. What was not telecast was so many nuances which SPB shared about his compositions and things, which of course during the course of the day I can definitely share with you. This is the first time I'm coming for this meet, and thank you, Raj. Definitely looking forward to more such.
I'm Rajiv. Okay, I'm Rajiv. Me and Raj go back a long way. We know each other since our good days in 2008. From 2007. The community was in 2008, March 2008. Okay, and the significant feature about Raj is that generally Ilayaraja songs are perceived as only around, for normal, common people, around 40 or 50 songs. He brought in a lot of rare songs which many of us haven't heard at all. And those were actually as outstanding or even better than some of his popular compositions. Through that I started liking these songs and then got in touch with him, and then the association is still continuing.
Yeah, Rajiv, I know since 2007, April 9th to be precise. There was April 6th you started the thread, but I wrote there on April 9th. There is a community which is still running in Orkut. Of course, that is not owned by me, that is owned by somebody else. I was part of that community that time, he was also part of that. I joined Orkut, again it's a big story, I joined Orkut to locate my lost friends. And, because I spent my childhood and my teenage in several places, so I was looking for my friends. And then when I joined Orkut, I found that there are a lot of forums called communities. Community is a very bad word as far as India is concerned, but again this community is very special because that is how we get to know each other. For community is nothing but a forum or a group. That is how we define a community in Orkut. And then I found that there are a lot of groups for music as well as for Ilayaraja. And I joined 3-4 groups, and I started writing maybe in bits and parts, say some song, maybe somebody would have mentioned and I would have added to that or something like that. then sometime in April 6th of April 6, 2007, this Rajiv was sitting there. He was studying in Vivekananda College at that time. He was also doing his CA inter. And then he started a thread. Thread is nothing but a subject, any topic. And he started a topic, a thread, where he compared Salange Oli and Sindhu Bhairavi. And then he said both won him awards, both are based on classical music, but which one is better? And first of all, I don't like anything comparing two, but I found that to be interesting. I found it to be more interesting because some people are writing all kinds of things like even went on saying that because of Kamala Hassan dance, I like Salange Oli, and so on and so forth. Not really about music. Then after 3 days I thought, okay, let me jump into the fray, and I jumped and I wrote very briefly, not like how I write now, but very briefly I mentioned some of the ragas used in that, and also both the albums and how the ragas gelled with the theme. Then finally I said my vote goes for Sindhu Bhairavi because of such I'm sure he remembers what, I don't want to elaborate that now. And after that he became my friend, and he said you must write more on the classical music aspects of Ilayaraja. And that is how I got into, I would say, writing in output. I mean, writing about Ilayaraja's music. Before that I had listened to his music for nearly 29 years, but only after that it struck me that, well, whatever I have experienced, that should be shared. And that is how I started, and that thread also was dedicated to me. I mean, I would write and it would go on. Almost every day I would keep writing. Then later on there was a new thread the new thread was dedicated to me. They said you better write in this. And then 2008 I started my own community there, dedicated to again Mr. Raja. And then Rajiv was one of the first members to join. And this kind of need, we'll of course go to the genesis of this later on. But this kind of need and how it happened, it's all because of the community which I'm owning, and Soumya, Rajiv and Kiran, Govindra, they're all members of that community. And Rajiv again is being very humble, he's very knowledgeable, he plays the keyboard well, and he knows if you sing something within few seconds he'll be able to decipher this for us. And he also, he says, because of me he got no rare songs, but whatever, I know that he knows a lot of rare songs. A very nice person and a very close friend of. And he has been attending, I think only 1 year he missed. He attended 2008, the first year. 2009 he couldn't because of his, I think that CA final exam. 9, 10, right? No, 9 you missed, 10, 11 and 12. So 4 years, almost on par with you. Just 1 year he missed.
That makes a lot of difference.
Maybe to you, but not to me. Okay, Jairam.
Jairam.
Satamava.
My name is Jairam. So I am attending this session for second year. So last year சொன்ன இளையராஜா ஃபேனாக நான் இருக்கணுன்றதுக்கு ஒன்றும் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்காக ரீசன் ஒன்றா மை ஏஜ். பிகாஸ் எனக்கு 7-8 வயசு இருக்கும்போது தான் இளையராஜா மியூசிக்கில் வந்து அதை கேட்டு வரணும். ஸோ அதோட ஒரு பெரிய ரீசன் தேவையில்லை. அண்ட் இப்போ நான் ஆர்குட் ஃபாரம் ரெகுலராக போகிறதில்ல, வெரி சாரி. நான் அந்த 11:30 மணி கொஸ்டின் செஷன் நினச்சா எனக்கு பயமாக இருக்குது. எனக்கு அதில் வந்து இதுவாகிடும் போது ஆஃப்லைட் ஐ எம் நாட் கோயிங் ரெகுலர்லி. ஸோ பட் சம்படி இஸ் டூயிங் ஏ ப்ரோக்ராம் இன் கலைஞர் டிவி இந்த மார்னிங், ராகம் பேஸ்டாக ஒரு ராகம் எடுத்துட்டு கீர்த்தனை, அதில் ஃபில்மி, அதுக்கப்புறம் அதில் வெஸ்டர்ன் மியூசிக் அண்ட் மெடிசன்ஸ் பற்றி. ஸோ அந்த ஃபில்மி இதுக்கு வந்து ஷி ஆஸ்க் மீ டு ஹெல்ப். நிறைய நான் வந்து ராஜேந்திர குமார் சார் இதெல்லாம் எடுத்துக்கிட்டேன். ஒன் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஆகிட்டு வந்தாரின்னு ஷுட்டுக்கு ஒன் ராகம். ஸோ அதில் ஃபில்மி நம்பர் எங்கே இருக்குன்னு கண்டே பிடிக்க முடியல. ஸோ ஐ டுக் ஒரு விக்ரமோட படம் அந்த ஸ்டான்ஸால் வந்தார். ஸோ ஷி வாஸ் டோட்லி சர்ப்ரைஸ். அண்ட் அது ப்ரோக்ராம் டெலிகாஸ்ட் கூட ஆச்சு. ஸோ அது மாதிரி நான் சுடுறதுக்கு தான் நிறைய இப்போ ஆர்குட் ஃபாரம் போயிருக்கேன், படிக்கவே இல்லை. ஐ எம் வெரி சாரி. படிக்க ஆரம்பிக்கிறேன். எனக்கு
படிச்சாதான் சொல்ல முடியல. You mean that convertible? That is Madhai after Rahavel. You told her.
அது வந்து டெலிகாஸ்டே ஆகிடுது.
நான் அதை பார்த்துருக்கேன்.
நானும் பார்க்குறதில்ல. அது
Aruna, you are a guest, man. Come on, sit down.
I'm not a guest.
Yeah.
I'm
You're,
not a guest.
you're my guest. That day you said you'll be my guest.
Okay, I'll be your guest. Okay, let me sit down and talk.
Yeah. Kiran, can you zoom?
My name is Aruna. Actually, I'm part of the family here. And Raj has been inviting me to this. The last 2 years he's been telling me, Mom, for some reason I've not been able to make it. This time I said I will. Above everything else, I'm a fan of music. Raja and Hindi music, and I'm a fan of music. I love music. But I'm a big fan of Rajendra because of his Tamil aid bud. And our patient Tamil I go to various places, listen to his Tamil and his our Varalaru, our Ilakkiyam, and when he gives analogies and examples about various things, I love listening to that. அதனாலே தமிழ்ல ஒரு ஈடுபாடு எனக்கு வந்திருக்குன்னு I can say, so I'd like to thank Raj for that. Other than that, it's nice to see that Ilayaraja has got a lovely extended family over here, and I hope to be a part of it every year thereafter. Thank you.
Yeah, Aruna is of course part of the family, but we are more like family friends more than because if you look how she is related to us, I think it will be like and if I tell how she is related to me, then she will go mad. So I don't want to mention it, because only the other day we were mentioning what that means in Tamil. But otherwise, we are more of she and her husband who is going to join us. He's allowed to come late because he has gone for a noble cause, and he'll be joining. Is he back? So yeah, Suresh, they were living abroad and they came back 4 years back.
Yeah.
And, even before that we have been in touch, but otherwise after their moving to India, we have been in close touch. It's as I said, we are more like very close friends, and that relation comes next. And I know her; she also is very knowledgeable in music. Her daughters also learn dance as well as music, and her husband sings very well. She also sings well, of course. She sings classical. We have a last session. I think I'm sure you've gone through the agenda. What is the last session? So he sings all old Hindi hits very well, Suresh. Yeah, so welcome. At last you were able to make it this time. I think Govindarajan can take the camera and.
There.